I was attacked when I was 10 years old, and this boy came in a helmet. I never knew who the boy was. So she said, that scar is not your scar, that's my scar. And the rest of the story can be filled by the readers. It says over here, the scar no longer bothered Miriam. After all, it was her scar. She looked at it as it was her scar. And they got married, and everything was well. So, there are many satanim in life. There are many calamities in life. There are many obstacles in life. And you never know, what happens back and forth, back and forth. He brings out, it's a fascinating story. Feeling terribly ashamed, not knowing what to say, Miriam asked how I got the scar. Yehuda smiled and said to her, it happened when I was 13 years old. A group of young hooligans were chasing two young girls and attempted to save them. They gave me a thrashing, and one of them, one of the sticks was it's a fascinating story that he brings down, and that story makes all the difference in the world. One last thing. I took my grandchildren, when their school is over, before camp starts. So I do what's called Camp Zaidi. Zaidi means grandfather. I take my kids, and I plan out. I took them to the Living Torah Museum. Did you ever hear of the Living Torah Museum? It's in Borough Park. Right. What? You were there? Okay, 6th grade. In Borough Park, on 16th Avenue at 41st. He has a carriage out front, which he says he dug up from the bottom of the Yam Suf. It was one of the carriages of Egypt. That's what he claims. And he has a whole thing of animals, and he has all the animals. There you can see the animals. He has a video. And then he has all artifacts from the Beis HaMikdash. He shows you the Machzis HaShekel. He says there's a coin. He showed us a coin from Bar Kochba's rebellion. And it has Bar Kochba's picture on the front. Now on the back, it has a lulav with only one hadas and one arava. He says, why? Because in the Gemara there's a machlokas. How many hadasim and aravas you have? We have 2 aravos and 3 hadasim. But Rabbi Akiva said 1 and 1. And who was the biggest supporter of Bar Kochba? Rabbi Akiva. So Bar Kochba, when he made his coin, he put on the back the lulav of Rabbi Akiva. That's pretty fascinating that Bar Kochba, out of respect to his Rebbe, put his opinion on the back. He had the Machzis HaShekel coin, which he says is supposed to be a big segula for wealth. He said he found 26 of them. He's already sold 24. He says some of the people who bought it became very wealthy. How much does he sell it for? $40,000 each. It's a little coin, Machzis HaShekel coin. They used to give the half shekel. He says there's supposed to, there are many stories about how it's a school for Parnasa. He says he has 2 left, and you can have it for $40,000. You could buy it for $40,000. Well, you think it's a school for Parnasa, if you bought it for $40,000 and you made $400,000, it'd be a worthwhile investment.
$40,000 for?
For the Machzis HaShekel, the half shekel coin that they used. He says most of them were destroyed by the Romans, so there are not many left in the world. He found a trove in the Mediterranean Sea. He hires divers to go down, and they come up with all these fossilized things, and he showed us how it looks and how he cleans them up. He has pots and pans and a lot of things from the second Beis HaMikdash. He claims he was voted the best museum in New York because people touch things, he lets them touch things. So I put the half shekel coin. It was a small little coin. I don't know if I would spend $40,000 to own that coin, but he said he had 26 of them. He sold 24 of them. So 24 people spent $40,000. He's quite a wealthy man, this Rabbi Deutsch. But it was a very interesting museum. My kids really enjoyed it.
How he got them? He find them himself?
He found them. He hires, spends millions of dollars, and hires divers to go down and they find them. He said that the godim in the Beis HaMikdash were with gold thread. He never understood how you could make gold thin enough to be gold thread. He heard that the Queen of England, her dresses have gold thread. So he went to England and he asked the Queen if he could talk to the seamstress, the dressmaker, and she gave him permission. And he met with the Queen of England's dressmaker, and she showed him the art of taking gold and making it so thin that it becomes thread. So he had some fascinating stories, and it was a fascinating experience, But my grandchildren enjoyed it. It was there were a lot of people there, but we had a very nice time.
It's a new museum? It's a,
No, it's been around for years and years and years.
how many years?
Approximately.
Approximately.
Probably a good 10 or 15 years, I would think. It's in our house.
I used to live one, but I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's the Living Torah Museum. We got there for 11 and we stayed till 1. It was a 1 hour presentation. Then we went out for pizza. I think they enjoyed the pizza more than the Living Torah Museum. That's the way
Which
I
one,
like it.
which one did you go?
We went on 16th Avenue. I don't know what it was called.
1639?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Nahim? Oh,
No, it was another one.
the Iranian Persian guys?
No, it was on the corner. Had a name. I don't think it was Benny's. I don't know what it
Oh,
was.
Ben's over there.
Maybe it was-
Ben's on, not on 13?
Or Yankees or something like that. It was on the corner.
There's a lot of pizza.
So the kids had a very good time. But it was a very fascinating experience. The Living Torah Museum, I found he was very
How much?
knowledgeable.
How much the tickets?
If you went to both presentations, it was $18. $18 if you went to both, and we went to both.
He also has the rock that you could hold.
Yeah.
Both means what?
The animal exhibit,
Oh,
and then the second base on Migdosh and the coins and everything else.
and was the pictures or life?
It was a video of animals, which was the kids found interesting, especially when he was identifying what a goat is and what the shofar comes from, and which shofar, what a koi is, all the different animals that are there, and how they survive in the jungle. And well, it was interesting, for kids watching the animals fight. That was the most exciting part of it. And then being able to touch the skin of the lion. He has all these animals where the skins are real. So it was good. Something for you to look into at some point when you have an off day. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.